All right. So, I just got back from rehab. I spent about 30 days there. I was in a hospital called Lincoln Trails Behavioral Health in Kentucky, around Fort Knox. I'm not really sure the name of the town. All I did was drive through it to go to the hospital. I've been clean now for about, 20 days or so, because while I was in the hospital, they prescribed me the same drug that I was on before I went to the hospital to lessen my detox. So, I knew that I probably shouldn't take it, but I'm an addict, and I took it anyway, and I still fucking detoxed, and it was miserable, and then towards the end of my stay there, they put me on this new drug called Revia, and this drug is naltrexone, which is chemically similar to the way that it bonds to your brain in a similar way that opiates do, bonds to your brain's receptors in a similar way that opiates do. So by taking that drug, if I do relapse, or if I do have lapse in judgment or whatever, then there'll be no payoff for it. I can do as much opiates as I want, and I'll not be high as long as I take my pill every day. So I kind of like that, because I like to think of myself as a strong person, but obviously I have lapses in judgment, or I wouldn't have been in this predicament in the first place. So it's kind of like a plan B, It's not saying that it's okay to relapse, but if I do, there will be no payoff for it. So maybe that will decrease the chances of a second relapse. I'm hoping, if I can't get high, then what's the point? And honestly, I think about getting high a lot. Just because it was so much a part of my daily routine. This is actually the first day that I've been out of the hospital on my own, where I could do whatever I wanted. And, probably about every 5 minutes I'm thinking about, should I get high? And it's to the point where I can't even tell if I'm hungry or not. And when I get that feeling in my stomach that I'm hungry, I think it's the feeling that I need to get high. It's weird. But, the cravings are... they're getting better, and I'm learning to deal with them. And the thing that's making it the easiest to learn to deal with is that sober life is almost like a drug to me now, because it's so foreign to me that the simplest fucking things are making me happy. And it's almost like being high again. And I know that probably sounds very fucking cliche. I'm high on life, whatever. Man, I'd make fun of people for saying that shit for a long time, because I was really high on something else. So, it's weird. And I hope that feeling sticks around for a while, because that feeling's kind of overpowering the feeling that I should be getting high on something else. I've come to enjoy it and expect it. Everything seems new to me. It's almost like I, forgot what the fuck life was like. So, there's light at the end of the tunnel, I'm proof. Hopefully I can stay proof. For a long time in that hospital while I was detoxing, I felt fucking terrible. Terrible. And I told them, I straight up, I didn't lie. I said, if you all let me go right now, the first thing I would do is go get high, because I know that one thing would fix what's wrong with me. And even though I kind of still feel like I'm detoxing right now, my stomach's a little bit fucked up, my head's a little bit fucked up. It's not bad enough to make me want to go use. It may get worse, may get better, I don't fucking know. But I'm hoping that I can stay strong enough, long enough, to fight the cravings off, to make myself a recovering addict instead of an addict. So what the Army's done so far, and what my follow-up plan is it's mandatory for me to attend 28 AA or NA meetings every 30 days, which I kind of instituted. They were going to make me go to 2 a week, but I put it on the form, so now I'm held to it. And the only reason I'm not doing 30 in 30 days is because every other Sunday I have my son, and that means that I just passed the cop and I'm speeding in a government car in uniform. Hopefully I don't get in trouble. But 2 days a month I get my son, and during those days I have to drive pretty far to go get him, and then I have him for most of the day, so there's no way that I can make it to a meeting. So, you know, AA or NA recommends 90 meetings in the first 90 days, and, you know, I kind of think that's a lot, but at the same time, I know that I'm a fucking addict, and it says right in their preamble, if you want what we've got and are willing to go to any length to get it, you can achieve sobriety here. So, if that's what they say, then that's what I'm going to fucking do, because they're the professionals, and obviously my way didn't work. That's probably the biggest thing that I've took out of recovery so far, is that I have lost the will to make that decision for myself. I've lost the right to make that decision for myself, and I've turned my will over, you know, I'm not sure to what yet, but to something other than me, because when it's my choice to do my will, I fuck shit up. So the Army, you know, it's mandatory that I see a therapist twice a month. It's mandatory that I drive to Fort Knox once a month to see an Army therapist, and it's mandatory that I go to, you know, 13 out of 14 meetings, or, you know, 28 a month, for the first 90 days at least. And then after that, maybe some shit will change, or, you know, maybe if I find it's impossible for me to make that many meetings, I can call my counselor and shit will change. But I'm really hoping to find it not impossible. And I'm looking at these meetings like, you know, my initial feeling about them was that, you know, that's a lot of fucking time, man, and a lot of every day, an hour every day, every fucking day. That's going to get tedious. But at the same time, I'm trying to look at it like it's a positive thing. You know, these meetings, there's people like me who've done the same thing I have, maybe worse, and it's kind of uplifting, you know. So I'm trying to keep it in a positive light so that I don't get discouraged by how many I have to go to. Another thing I'm trying to do is look at it like one day at a time. You know, all I have to do, I know that probably sounds fucking cliche too, but all that I have to do is attend one meeting every day. I don't have to attend 100 meetings in 100 days. All I have to do is one every fucking day, and that's it. So 1 hour. So if I think about how much time that I spent getting high, you know, before, it's probably close to 2 hours a day and 4 hours once a week, because I had to go get drugs, and then I'd use about 2 hours a day using. So it's kind of like I'm saving time, or, you know, that's how I want to see it, so that I don't get discouraged. Maybe it'll be different for everybody else, but it's really positive. You know, I came forth. I wasn't in trouble. I told them I had a fucking problem. They sent me to an awesome place to get it fixed. I met some awesome people there. I learned some really good skills to help me stay sober. I've got a good follow-up plan, and I'm trying to stay positive about it. I think that this could work out, and I really hope it can work out. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes for me to make it work out. So I guess that's about all I got right now. All right, thanks.